one. It's like the iCarly intro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
That was
thinking.
like right where my brain went to, like little countdowns, like a little iCarly intro. But anyways, so
That shit was not funny.
Bella looks uncomfortable as
I love it.
just holding it like that.
Yeah.
That looks
Because
so
like I can
uncomfortable.
turn and talk to him. Like before, like my mic was right here.
Yeah.
So like whenever I talk to the person, I'd be like this. It was
Yeah.
awkward. So.
I get that. So today we got with us a dear friend of me and Caden both.
What up?
Guy that's definitely taken us under his wing throughout college.
I was about to say, dear friend, or just raging dumbass that you know.
And in my fraternity, Beta.
Go Beta,
And-
baby.
And yeah, so hopefully we'll get some fun little conversations here. But
I'm sorry in advance, y'all.
Yep.
so I guess to start out, let's just kind of get your background. Where all are you, or where are you from? You know.
Yeah, so born and raised here in Kansas. It's kind of sucked.
We can
Yeah.
tell in the voice.
Apparently. I don't hear it, but apparently I have a little twang to my voice. But
Just a little bit.
born and raised in Kansas, lived in a few different towns, went to high school in McPherson. I would say it's a small town, but we have Starbucks now, so I don't know if you can really call it that or not.
That's pretty legit.
So, yeah, then been going to college since I moved out of McPherson, so.
I gotcha. So, what all were you involved with in high school? Did you play sports at first?
Baseball. I thought about doing trap shooting for a little bit. Competitively drank, and then did weights and like stuff like that, winter conditioning. Just mainly baseball, I would say.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So,
So I guess from hold on. McPherson or McPherson?
It's McPherson.
dipshit.
I know that.
I think it's McPherson.
It's not
McPherson.
McPherson.
There's no A in it.
I think it's McPherson.
Where did you get that from?
I don't know.
It's
Okay,
McPherson.
that's from Deerby?
So I think the
Deerby,
thing is,
yeah.
I think the thing is that's the first way that I ever heard it pronounced.
From who?
I don't know.
Somebody that's not from McPherson.
Probably not.
Somebody has less brain cells than me, obviously.
But so I guess out of McPherson,
There you go.
what got you to end up at WSU? Why'd you choose WSU over?
So, I'd say partially my older brother went to Wichita State,
Mhm.
but I actually graduated in 2020. Great year to graduate. Highly recommend. But I did welding in high school for about 2.5, 3 or so years. In my last year, they took away the certification program. So
dang.
I wasn't able to get the certifications and like the credentials, you could say,
Mhm.
that help you get jobs in welding and stuff like that. Didn't know if I was going to go into welding or not, but I just wanted to kind of finish that up before I really figured out what I wanted to do. So I actually went to WC Tech first, and then went to Wichita State after, and I was able to join Beta through WC Tech in Wichita State. So
I gotcha. So what was kind of that switch and from wanting to do welding into actually going to a 4-year and getting a degree?
So I would say I had a weird transition into welding and going to a 4-year because I was going to welding school, but I was also taking 2 or 3 credit hours at Wichita State so I could be in Beta.
Uh-huh.
And that was a whole thing that I like couldn't pledge for a semester, but I was living in the house and like, yeah. It's over now. So, I was already around everybody that was already in college, so I kind of had the groundwork to see like how to do it and stuff. But it was definitely different going to welding school because one semester it was class started at 6:30 in the morning, and that was terrible. And then my second semester, it was at 12:30 in the afternoon to 5. So
So I know damn well you were not waking up at 6:30 every single day.
I actually did.
That's insane.
My-
That was pre-field house though, had to be.
So that comes with that. My instructor said twice during my first semester, "Don't show up to class hungover." And I said, "Dude, if I was hungover, I wouldn't be here right now."
Yeah.
So to prove him wrong, the last day I went to the field house, closed it down, and still showed up to class
Yeah.
drunk as shit.
Oh my god.
So I
Wait.
proved it.
Was this a welding class?
Yes.
So you showed up to a welding class hammered.
I don't know about hammered, but I was definitely out there.
Oh,
Was he aware?
I don't know.
Never said nothing about it though.
You didn't say anything about it
Oh
then.
my gosh. That is crazy.
that cannot be
Hey,
okay.
I'm still alive, still got all my fingers. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I took a risk with that one. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey, OSHA didn't find out. It's fine.
right?
Oh my god.
So what are you majoring in currently? Because you're on your last semester, is that
Yeah,
right?
General communications and then emphasis in real estate.
Uh-huh.
So it's very, very broad, but also very centralized at the same time.
Yeah. So how do you go from welding to communication and real estate? Like, where was that, like, influence on you, or just kind of find your passion in it?
I started out as welding, decided that that's not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Wasn't really surrounded, or wouldn't be, by great people,
Yeah.
and just be getting yelled at all day.
Yeah.
I had plenty of that my freshman year in the house,
Yeah.
but I became a business major when I went to WSU full time, and then I didn't want to do business calc.
Mm.
I didn't think I'd get through it, so I just found the loophole in the system.
Yeah.
And my junior year of college, I got an internship with the real estate and auction company
Uh-huh.
here in Wichita, and just fell in love with real estate, working with different people, always doing something different. So I loved it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Damn, a little bit all over the place, but
yep,
finally figured it out.
sounds about right for me. All
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah.
So, so obviously you graduate next semester. Do you have any idea of like what exactly you're wanting to do with that major? What all is there to do with that major? And then on top of that, are you wanting to stay local, or what are you
Yeah.
thinking exactly?
So communications, there's a lot of things you can do with it, but I'm just finishing up my degree and not really going to use the communications
Yeah.
marketing side of it. But I'm working on getting my real estate license right now, and it's tough.
Yeah.
My
It's
bad.
a really hard test. But we'll get through it, and when I graduate in May, fingers crossed, I want to move to Kansas City.
Yeah.
I have family up there, family, friends, a few real estate connections, so
Cool.
we'll see what I can do with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but real estate's kind of like there's a lot of directions you can go in real estate.
Yeah.
So, do you know exactly what direction you want to take it with?
Yeah.
Or
I think I want to do residential, work with
Yeah.
families and people like that. In my internship, I had residential open houses or commercial, agricultural kind of things. Love the agriculture part, but that's very, very, very niche
Yeah.
part of it, of real estate. But commercial, it's just, there's a lot more attitude that I want to deal with.
Yeah.
Dealing with more
And it-
corporate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I won't hold back my words if I don't have to.
Yeah.
So I know that I'll get in trouble sometime in that, so
Yeah.
just stay away from commercial. But
Because
I
with
really like
residential, you're just dealing with families. Yeah,
you're working with families. Like,
Yeah.
most of the time, they think they know what they want.
Mhm.
Sometimes they don't. And you just go to different houses or like talk to them about it.
Yeah.
And just read body language and listen to them at that point. So,
Yeah, that could be a big part of a family's life too, because that could be their first home.
Yeah,
that you're
start a
putting them
new
in.
chapter.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the, I guess firsthand, I know a few people that are involved in real estate, and kind of with having some of those connections, they get into real estate in the nature of owning places, renting places out, stuff like that. Something that you've ever thought about doing or flipping houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I'm in the real estate game a few years, kind of have my feet set.
Yeah.
I want to start buying and renting properties, and going from there and just seeing where it takes me.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Opening your revenue streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like a huge and modern time, I feel like two of the major additional revenue is got stuff like real estate for those that can survive in that environment, which is slowly going down less and less because you got less people that know how to work on houses, know how to fix stuff, just basic stuff like that. That kind of comes with some of it. And then also you got the more modern techie in the nature of like crypto and day trades and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So then I guess kind of back on track in modern day. What kind of got you interested in Greek life, especially at WSU,
Yeah.
Was that something before you even went to WSU you knew you wanted to be involved in, or how'd that kind of go?
I think there was a little interest in it. I didn't really know that I wanted to join Greek life. My oldest brother Ryan was beta here at Wichita State, and he I saw him grow up into the man that he is now, or when he graduated. And I really wanted to become the best person that I could. And I just saw that he was around a lot of great people, had a lot of good connections and stuff like that. So I think that's how I got interested in it. Ryan gave the recruitment chair at the time my number. He reached out, and we went from there during midst of COVID, pretty much. So
Yeah. So I know obviously all of us here have been involved in Greek life to different extents and whatnot, and beta specifically.
Yeah.
But so a big part of it for me was that playing sports my whole life, right? So you got all these people, right? You got all your regular friends, your athletes, and then I did football, baseball, through the school, summer league, got all that. I got a whole bunch of people that feel like family,
Yeah.
Then it's like people graduate, right? And you don't got to play.
Yeah.
So you got this big circle of all your teammates, all your friends that leave and go to school, and then that circle turns into this, And so that was something that I firsthand struggled a lot with, was like kind of in a sense feeling lonely in a nature, like losing all those like brothers in a sense, And that was something that really kind of like stood out to me, to where that like biggest thing, if somebody were to ask me why I would join Greek life, is like the family side of it, because it's like I've always had some sort of family away from home in a sense, and I felt like that was a huge thing. And like, I mean, it's proved me right. I mean, it has its ups and downs, don't get me wrong. Like pledship's rough. I mean, a lot of homework,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's nothing impossible. Everybody wants to see you succeed, and it's like, and it pays off in the end,
I agree with that. That was kind of the sports side of it.
Yeah.
I was planning on playing college ball, and that's the thing, is you're going to practice with these the same people like every day.
Yeah.
You're going to work out with them every day. So you do have like this brotherhood in sports. And that's what beta's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like it doesn't surprise me why you see so many like athletes or guys that were severely involved in sports and stuff go into fraternities like that. And I guess like WSU is a different scale of a fraternity, or like Greek life is different than a KU or K-State, obviously, where for me it's perfect. Like like if I went to KU or K-State, I'd probably not succeed in school, and that's just the truth of it, you know. And so it's nice. Like I really appreciate that down here. It's kind of more brotherhood driven in the nature rather than just, you know, 4 days a week, 5 days a week we're partying, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I would really recommend it to anybody that played sports, any school really that they're going to, Greek life. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good option and really good connections too. Like
That was the other thing is, yeah, you get to know a lot of people, and those people know people, and those people know people.
right.
Yeah.
They know everybody in Wichita
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and everywhere.
when I joined, I wanted the brotherhood aspect of it as well. And at the time, I didn't know how long I was going to be in school. I was going to stay in school. Almost transferred to UNL my sophomore year, but I ended up staying because I didn't want to leave
Yeah.
Beta.
Yeah.
And WSU, their Greek life system, our Greek life system, is way different than anything in the country.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
might be a few schools that have something similar, but it's just totally different than
Yeah.
anything I've ever seen.
Yeah. So, and that, like in my opinion, I feel like that could be taken multiple different ways. Overall, like what is your opinion on the function of Greek life and in WSU?
You need to burn the damn thing down and start
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. It could be so much better than it is. There isn't a lot of support from the school,
Yeah.
which a lot of schools across the country there isn't a lot of support from the school. And every school gets different support, but
Yeah.
it feels like we're just living on an island out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I
And-
notice is like the Greek life, the fraternities, the sororities are like everybody knows everybody, and that's like one little group. It's almost like in high school where you have your cliques.
Yeah.
The Greek life is all together, and then you just have everybody
Jeeds.
else. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like inside of Greek life, they have their own cliques too, because it's like
Yeah.
you got sorority A and B button heads and fraternity
Yes,
A, B, and
yes.
C button heads, you know, and it's like, you know, and that comes into the whole Greek unity, you know, as a younger, well, I say younger, I'm about to be a junior, but as a younger guy in Greek life,
Yeah.
that was one of the first things that I noticed was like there's like we don't have a lot of support from the school. Number one, I mean, damn, they won't even let us promote it anywhere. They won't. Like I feel like they make zero effort whatsoever to get it out there. WSU even has a Greek life
Yeah.
or has a Greek life. I mean, you know, I just like feel like it's almost impossible. But then it's like inside of it, there's a lot of division between different fraternities and sororities, or fraternities, or other way around. You know.
Yeah.
And it sucks to see too, because it's like, you know, and you can give me your opinion on this, but I feel like fraternities or Greek life in general has such a negative stereotype. I feel like there's a terrible stereotype to it. Like whenever I told my parents, I was, yeah, Caden's in this fraternity up here. He's a freaking, like, what is he doing? Like that was my first response. My parents were like, what in the world? He's in a fraternity? Like what? And then it's like,
Fuck that kid.
Well, that was even like when I was first meeting my girlfriend, and then she was telling her parents about me and her grandparents, and she was like, yeah, he's in a fraternity. All of them were like, oh my god, that's horrible.
yeah.
Like you shouldn't
Yeah.
date him.
Yeah.
I had a
What?
quarter for every time I heard that
Yeah.
shit. I'd be so fucking rich.
Yeah.
God damn.
There's such a negative stereotype, and I feel like that's part of because of what you see in the movies.
It's just Hollywood.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, seriously. And now, granted, we're coming from a different perspective with WSU being in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, we are a dry campus
Yeah.
to where you'll have other schools that aren't, which make it, you know, then you get into some of those things with some of the stuff you see in the movies. Yeah, that might be true on occasion.
At some,
you know?
well, just that some other like bigger schools like
yeah.
Obviously, I've never been to KU or K State, but those bigger schools,
Yeah.
I feel like
No, I can say
maybe,
it's a
but
lot
I don't-
different for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming you've been to a lot. Well, I know you've been to a lot more places than I have, but like what do you feel like firsthand witnessing the differences between the two are? Like,
Yeah.
and then they show the fun side of it, you know?
WSU or
Well,
That's-
WSU
WSU
compared
compared
to the larger schools that.
yeah. So let's go with KU. My
Uh-huh.
cousin was beta over there at KU. He's from Chicago. The difference between Greek life here and there, there's a lot more eyes on us
Mhm.
at Wichita State when we can't get away with as much.
Yeah.
And we don't party as much or as hard as they do at KU, but KU has so much more going on.
Yeah.
They have a football team. They
Yeah.
have a great
That's true.
volleyball team. We have
Yes.
a great volleyball team too. But they have like all these different things. They have a rugby team.
Yeah.
Like
I think that is honestly our biggest downfall is not having a football
not-
team.
I was about to say
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say rugby team.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
gonna
no,
hit
no.
you.
Sorry, Jacob, but football.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And that's something that has killed the Greek life and the campus culture
Yeah.
at Wichita State.
Yeah.
So I hope President Muma is listening to this. But like, there's so much more going on at KU and K State than
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is at Wichita State, and WSU is also a commuter school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that's going against us as well.
Yeah.
So
And it's like, you know, you pull up, like, you're driving down, what is that, 21st? You're driving down 21st and you see the baseball stadium, right? And it's like, dang, okay. You know, you see that. And then it's like, outside of that baseball stadium, it's like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of nice buildings, but it's like, there's not much more going on
Yeah.
other than maybe the arena, you know, Coke Arena.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just feels like something's missing in a sense,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
And
a
now,
football stadium.
yeah, no, for sure.
a
And now,
football team.
yeah,
Yes.
seriously.
There's
'cause
yes, yeah.
that football stadium's not a football stadium.
No.
Like, that thing.
It's a track and field stadium.
I was gonna say my high school's field was nicer
Yeah,
than that.
I was
Like,
gonna.
damn,
Yeah, Derby's was definitely nicer than WSU.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm like I would recommend WSU in the nature to a local Kansas person looking for a school if
Yeah.
you're looking for something affordable, and if you're looking for a place to stay on task, right?
Yeah.
And keep yourself out of trouble.
Yeah.
And there really is a lot of great opportunities in so many fields too, because you know you got Coke, you got Textron, Spirit,
Yeah.
you know you got NIR. NIR is really big for WSU
Definitely,
students.
Airbus, NetApp,
yeah.
all the innovation campus buildings.
Yeah, and in those places they need a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a huge thing. It's like they need some of everything. Like I know one of my buddies, he's at Textron working on the front line for something. I don't even know what it is. And it's like, I could be working there doing cybersecurity this summer for an internship, to where it's like they need like everything and
Yeah.
the whole scale, you know, which is kind of cool. And so now, granted, I can't speak for everywhere, but I feel like that's a pretty unique and cool opportunity that WSU has, especially with that connection to NIR, because that's one of the big ones that they push. And then, you know, NIR, like kind of how my understanding of it is you start out at NIR and then they feed you into a Textron, a Coke, or somewhere like that, you know, to work your way up in a sense, and just some good opportunities. But I think WSU is the perfect position for me, as little as stuff like Greek life may be, but it's like it keeps me busy in
Yeah.
all honesty, and
I feel like
that's
it's
the biggest thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those that it's in between. Like it's not like a crazy party school where there's a ton of people at. It's massive. It has this, and this. But it's not like a low end that I can't think of any at the top of my head. But just like a smaller college that doesn't have anything going on. It's just right in the middle. Like,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad that I didn't transfer to Nebraska my sophomore year, because I wouldn't have the leadership opportunities that I've gotten to have over my college career. I mean, I was at different times IFC president twice. Best and worst idea I've ever had. I was on IFC for 2 months before I was elected to president.
Now,
So that was
what
very
exactly?
quick.
Explain what IFC.
I was gonna
is.
Oh
say,
yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Sorry, y'all. IFC is Interfraternal Council it's the umbrella over the fraternities at Wichita State, and there's same organization or council with like the sororities and the cultural Greek culture fraternities and sororities.
Great IFC president right there.
I'm out of practice.
Yeah.
I'm like 2 years out.
Yeah.
But we all work together to try to make Greek life better, or maintain and make sure that, you know, fraternities and sororities aren't getting out of hand or getting away with stuff that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but there wasn't much that we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. So you said it was the best and the worst decision you made.
Yeah.
You know, what pros did you feel like you got to take away from that?
Yeah. So part of my, like, why I ran for IFC president was I wanted to become a leader and have a good experience of like leading people, and I knew it would help me grow as a person. And that's before I turned 21.
Yeah.
2 months before I turned 21,
Yeah.
I gave Ethan my fake ID, and that lasted about 2-3 days.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I told myself I'm not going to go to the field until I turn 21. I have an image to uphold. Yep, that did not last long. And but I wanted to grow as a person, and I'm definitely glad that I did, because I was able to figure out or learn how to really talk to people well, or become a politician. That was good and bad at times.
Yeah.
The fraternal council at that time was in a very rough spot. We were coming off of like basically no groundwork. The president before me did a good job of like trying to train and get people ready for my year. He didn't know that I was going to be president, but when I was, it definitely helped me out on like tabling and trying to get us get more people to just know what IFC is.
Yeah.
Or get a better image of what they've had before.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, because I feel like kind of on that nature of like a better image, I think Greek life has, I guess speaking firsthand at WSU, you know, like notoriously, you know, you heard about some crazy stuff, right? Don't get me wrong, there's some chapters that have some crazy stuff going on, not name dropping, but
can I?
You can, but we can bleep it.
yeah.
Please do. Fuck those guys. Kick them off campus.
Oh,
That's going to be a long one.
yeah.
Yeah, and some crazy things about that chapter specifically you hear about, from drugs to choices
Everybody.
individuals
Yeah.
make to, and don't get me wrong, there's some great guys over there. There really is. I had some friends that were up there and great guys, you know, and it
Well, I think all it takes is a few people to make
Yes.
the entire fraternity.
yes,
bad.
which that is huge. That is
Yes.
huge, because like firsthand, one of my good friends was in that fraternity that kind of had a bad stereotype, and
Yeah.
it took him so long to beat that stereotype of being X, Y, and Z,
Yes. Yeah.
because his name was attached to
Yes,
that name,
yeah.
and it's like, and it's a part of you, you know.
Yeah.
It's like if you're friends with a drug dealer or you're friends with a crackhead, right? People are probably going to assume you're a crackhead
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah, I think that's
I
just
mean,
everything in life.
and that's one of the things that I think has been awesome about Beta is, like, I guess as much as I'm aware, Beta doesn't have a lot of bad stereotypes in a sense, but like
No.
everybody's also pretty well-rounded and good individuals, you know, to where
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of issues like that to worry about.
Yeah.
We also hold ourselves to a really high standard. And if somebody's, quote unquote, steering away, we, you know,
Try to
Say-
get control.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, okay,
We'll just bring them
what's
back.
going on? Or,
Yeah.
bring them
Yeah.
back. Like,
But I mean, obviously, it gets to a certain point
keep
to
them
where
accountable,
if they don't,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that part of Greek life kind of sucks. But overall, I feel like it has steered away a lot differently than the negative stereotypes, specifically WSU. Because I mean, they were doing some crazy stuff years ago, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, firsthand, I don't hear about anything too crazy outside of the stuff we just kind of talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a good direction in nature for the school to be
Yeah.
going. Now, with that, what I will say is, I think not going to say names, but the people over Greek life need to kind of let their foot up a little bit and do what they can to do their job and support what they're getting paid to do,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and not just keep you in a little tiny circle, you
Yeah.
know, a little tiny
Yeah.
box. Because whenever you keep somebody in a box, limit them so much, they're gonna start doing crazy stuff.
Well, we talked about this on
Yeah.
the first
guest episode with Deacon, yeah.
the first guest episode. Whenever you restrict somebody, I mean, you're going to want to break through that and
Yeah.
do even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it obviously hasn't come to that, and I hope it doesn't come to that, you know. But it makes it very hard whenever you're so limited on what you're allowed to do on things that should be perfectly fine, you know. Like that's the biggest thing. Like if we were asking to do some outrageous thing, but like how hard is it to just promote what you're getting paid to control?
Yeah.
You know, like
Literally.
whenever you're making six figures to run a certain area, I would hope that you'd be trying to make it as good as possible,
Yeah.
not limit it, try to make it grow, try to make it better, try to bring in students to WSU for who are interested in Greek life.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like you hear about so many like guys and girls wanting to go into Greek life at KU because they want to rush at KU, right? And it's like that could be WSU in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously we're in a different area, especially like we talked about not having a football team.
Yeah.
But, you know, stuff like that could be something that you could see one of these days. Like, yeah, I want to go to WSU and rush at WSU because I've heard it's so much fun and blah, blah, blah. And it's not like that right now, you
No,
know?
yeah.
But, I don't know.
There's a lot of things that need to change
Yeah.
in the that specific office.
Yeah.
When one person was hired, I was in their interview, and I told the people that were interviewing them, please don't hire this person. They
Yeah.
have no idea what they're talking about,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
when it comes to Greek life at Wichita State. Like, they thought that PC was very competitive, like all butting heads at each other at once. Yes, they butt heads at times. Fraternities are 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And was this person ever in a sorority or fraternity?
Yeah, at
They
Emporia
were.
State.
Okay.
Which is, again, way different.
Yeah.
They have,
Seriously.
I think they have 4 chapters total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I will say on that note, some D2s, like Pitt State, their Greek life up there was legit. Whenever I go up there to see my girlfriend, theirs was like a step above us.
Oh, really?
Now, granted, that town was really small. Pittsburgh is pretty small.
So it's kind of like a college town.
Yeah. It's, I mean, you know, it's right out there next to Joplin, Missouri, if you're
Okay,
familiar
yeah.
where that is.
Yeah.
Little tiny, honestly, hole in the wall town. Like, hopefully that doesn't offend anybody.
It's,
But
it's a quote unquote college town,
Yeah.
but it's also a middle of the nowhere
yeah,
Mhm.
where you don't have anything else to do other than drink.
Yeah.
Same thing in Wichita.
And-
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah.
And on the note of talking about Pitt State, they were very big on stuff, and then this last semester, like one mess up happened, and everything that they had going got put on a lock, and
Yeah.
it was like one little mess up, then another little mess up, which then it was like it's over now.
Yeah.
And it's like it sucks because it's like they're even worse than we are up here. Like you don't even see people going and hanging out with each other at all, you know, like even just like going and doing stuff, hanging out together, you know, where because it's just kind of died up there, you know, which
Yeah.
sucks to see, especially whenever Greek life is supposed to be this fun, exciting thing, you know, and you're supposed to get to love your college years, enjoy your college years, while also going to better yourself in the future.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to not be able to enjoy what you're working so hard at,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and enjoyed in your college years while you got them.
Well, you got to find a happy medium.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I feel like WSC is perfect.
Yeah.
Like I said
Yeah.
before. But
Yeah.
so kind of back to talking about stuff that from Beta you have gained. You did I know you did internship through Beta, didn't you, at one point?
Yeah.
So give us a little bit of a rundown of that, because I don't even
Yeah.
know much about that.
So the big internship that I did with Beta's administrative office is it was a summer internship. I was up there for 3 months. Started in late May, and then went all the way to August and ended at our convention.
Uh-huh.
And I was surrounded by great people that worked with chapters across the country. I was able to meet multiple betas from Truman State. I know nobody knows where that's at, but Dayton, Texas, Iowa State,
Yeah.
places like that. So I helped helped run Wooden Leadership Academy or Institute, which is a leadership conference that Beta puts on,
Uh-huh.
and any Beta can go to in their college years. A lot of freshmen, sophomores go. Just learn how to be a leader in chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it branches out to a leader out in the world and all that kind of stuff. And I love it. I've been to 4 different Wooden sessions,
Mm-hmm.
and I love helping out with it. I want to be a volunteer for that later on in life
Yeah.
when I'm settled down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I helped run 2 sessions of that. And then after the Wooden sessions were over, we just got ready for our convention that was in, that year it was in Dallas. And it was a great internship, just being able to meet different people, work with professionals that are in Greek life, but they also work with a ton of different people.
Yeah.
So is that something you're sounds like you're glad that you took the opportunity of doing all that?
Yeah.
Was it a lot of out of pocket money for you to go and travel like that, or
No,
to, like,
they actually paid for my traveling, my housing. They gave me a food budget, but I'm a fat ass, so I went outside that budget. And they paid for any like travel that I would have to do to like Cincinnati, the CBG airport, the airport in Cincinnati, anything like that. So I got paid pretty well.
Uh-huh.
So
That's pretty nice.
yeah.
So for you at least, it sounds like, and I'm slowly working into this type of stuff, but it sounds like that you've gained a lot specifically out of Beta from kind of like things we talked about, like brotherhood and connections and, you know, getting to learn different leadership skills and whatnot. What are some, overall, what do you feel like are the biggest things that you've kind of gained from being involved in Greek life and Beta specifically?
Oh, that's a good question. Was not ready for something like that. I would say.
Hey, this is the real deal.
Yeah, I would say connections, definitely.
Yeah.
Just knowing, like, understanding what a good culture is in a company.
Yeah.
And like
Kind of like
knowing
that family aspect and a thing away from family.
the family aspect, not the like. So what's your guys' culture like?
Yeah.
We're like a family here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever hear that, run. but the company taking care of you in the ways that you need. That's something that I learned with Beta and through my real estate internship and the auction work that I've done recently.
Yeah.
It's definitely helped me figure some things out like that. Another thing is like kind of figuring out how to network a little bit. Gone to so many alumni mixers over the years. Made those a firm priority. Yeah. And that's how I got a welding job, internship. My connections in real estate, and how I got my auction job as well. Yeah. So, I feel like there's so much more that I've gained through Beta.
Yeah. No, I put you on the spot a little bit there. But
another thing that I think is like figuring out how to navigate situations that you really don't think you'd ever have to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's very true.
Yeah.
Because you get so many unique situations that are obviously chapter exclusive conversations with a lot of things, but like so many very unique, precise situations that it's like you can even come up with the type of stuff, to talk about. But it's like kind of helps with problem solving, really,
Yeah.
Which is something that I've learned as a former manager at Walmart. Not a lot of people have a lot of problem solving skills.
Yeah. And the problem solving skills, I mean, just you have to just start somewhere and then work from there. But yeah, I think that's the main things that I've learned. I know I've learned so much more, but for now. Yeah,
and one of the things, I feel like you'll probably agree with this, that is huge for me is that, so obviously I went to WSU Tech my first year as well. That transition from a technical school and then I did Butler over the summer. So to a technical school, to a community college, to then going to an official like university, like it's a completely different ball game. And that first semester, I had some tough classes because, I was listed technically about to be a junior that first semester.
Roll bitch.
Yeah, right. and so at the time I was struggling, I was struggling and I ended up pulling through with it, but I got initiated at a like 2.75 GPA, like that bottom line of what you can get.
You're scraping the barrel.
Then then I finished the semester with like a 3.5 or 3.4 or something like that. So, I got it up there, but without having that accountability of everybody else, like not just in a way to like make you upset, like people actually caring for you about like get your grades up. Like, what do we need to do to help you get your grades up? Like, is there somebody in the house that can help you? Is there some connections that we can pull that can help you? And like that accountability, or not, like I guess holding you accountability, and then also the willingness to help see you succeed. And it kind of just is like a good aspect to have in it too, which is huge for me.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I mean, I'm not a great student.
You were a roll bitch too.
Yeah, I was a roll bitch off of different reasoning than yours.
Yeah.
So we can dive into that a little bit. But,
well, real quick, let's explain. So you get a roll, and your roll is...
That's the number that you were initiated in the fraternity's numbers?
I guess, yeah, in their order of line. So you have your classes, right? So like I'm a JI, like just initiated, and then before that you have the class that joins the semester before, and then in your class you get a number, and it goes off GPA. Except the part where it kind of screws you over, like screwed me over, is that it goes off the day of initiation, not the end of semester. So I ended up with the bottom roll because at that time I had the bottom GPA. Did I finish with that? No, I finished right in the middle of the pack. Yeah. But so it kind of sucks. So that's kind of how you get your roll. But yeah, sorry. Yeah. Just wanted to explain what that was for a second.
My roll is 1377. What's yours?
1430.
God, I'm old. Jeez.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Because yeah, because now Pierce is gone.
Yeah,
So
I'm the oldest guy in the chapter. Don't
Yeah.
remind me.
Wow.
well, another aspect, and you can relate to this one a little bit too. One of the things that I love about Greek life, and you can get it with the regular, just regular student, is the intramural side of things.
Oh, yeah.
But in Greek life, it's a different type of competitiveness. I feel
Oh, yeah.
like.
It's
Well,
Because-
because it's house against house.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just making up teams with random people. I mean,
Exactly.
it's not like, intramural softball where you have, 9, 10 people out in the field.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
It's not like 10 of you, great, we won the championship. No, it's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They suck. Like,
Yeah.
should have gone beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, seriously, there's so much into it. There's just obviously the competitiveness that men kind of, or more of those kind of fraternity men kind of bring to the table. Like there
Yes.
is a competitiveness to it.
Yeah.
That can be different than people that might not be in that, because it comes with so many different things of like you said, you should join beta. Now we're gonna kick your
Always.
ass.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is just kind of, I guess honestly, just proving like you're the best one out there, and just the regular competitive nature of it, and it is just so fun, especially whenever we lost in football this year in the championship to Siget.
That hurt.
And yeah, no, that was
Hangover hurt the next day, too.
yeah, seriously, I was hurting after that coming out of retirement, but and the year before, I think the fight out win year before, I think it was, year before, it was either fight out or Siget
For football?
for football, yeah.
Oh shoot, I was at the game
I want to
this
say
year.
fight
Yeah,
out
you were.
Did,
Yeah.
but I don't remember.
Yeah, and so it's also nice to know that you have the crown, kind of in that sense. It's
Yeah.
like you're the team to beat
Bragging.
next year.
It's bragging rights.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
it's like me and my coworker were like, he was a sig up, and he comes to work
Pussy.
next day talking all this crap, like, yeah, we kicked your guys' butt out there, blah blah blah, all this, and I'm just like, all right, bro, like, don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Like-
And I think it's a little crazy, like, there's main sports that actually matter over others.
Mm-hmm.
Like, indoor volleyball, no one gives a fuck
Yeah.
if you won.
Yeah,
Great. Good for you. You want a golden
there was
star?
3 teams this year, 3 teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So one team automatically went to the championship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 And we still lost. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know. But with football, basketball, want to throw
Outdoor
softball
volleyball is
in there?
pretty.
Softball's
Outdoor
that.
sand volleyball.
Sand volleyball.
Softball's that
Yeah,
pretty.
softball's pretty
too, yeah.
competitive.
Yeah.
Guys get into it.
Yeah.
I want to say there's another sport in there, but
Well, you also got all the stuff like.
we also have the philanthropy
Soccer?
events.
Yeah, that's
that
what I
we
was
get
gonna say, like
competitive in as
Hippodrome and-
well.
Yeah.
Songfest, like all
Yeah.
that stuff is pretty
Anchor Splash,
Yeah.
Songfest,
pretty competitive as
Hippo,
well.
King Hearts.
Yeah.
Which that's just a beauty contest.
Yeah. Who
Reason
won this
we
year?
didn't
Wasn't
win
it?
this year?
Wasn't it Cliff?
Yeah, it was Cliff from
SAE.
SAE.
Yeah.
Shout out Cliff.
Yeah. No, I like Cliff. I haven't met him firsthand, but like playing against him in sports and stuff, he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, their SAEs are really nice guys.
Yeah. No, they're one of my. They honestly might be my favorite house outside of Beta. Like all
Yeah.
seem like cool people, other than they
Well-
beat us in basketball by 1 point. So
AP or DG is my favorite house
Yeah.
outside of Beta,
Yeah.
but
yeah. Who do you feel like's Beta's number 1 sorority right now? You feel like it's AFI still, or you feel
AFI.
like that's rotating?
I'd say AFI, but it's always a changing thing.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, because I will say at the last date party we had, there was a lot of
G5s.
there's a lot of G5s there. Like G5s probably the majority, and then probably then DGs and then AFIs, which was interesting to see
Crazy
kind of that.
there was
that
a
change.
lot more G5s because we were marrying a DG and a Beta.
yeah, yeah. Key and Leah got married at our.
What?
Yeah,
I
at
did
our
not
date
know
party.
that.
Yep.
It was almost me
Wow.
and my lesbian roommate.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was actually pretty funny. I got some funny videos of that. I might. Yeah, we'll include that. Yeah, the funny videos.
What?
The formal.
Okay.
or the date
Yeah.
party.
All right.
Yeah. Shout out Dylan for twerking on his date.
Oh.
Been there before.
Yeah. Clip will appear
On my
here.
date, not Dylan.
Yep. I'll put those in.
Yeah. But
Well, I guess I really can't say anything. I was on a party bus
yeah.
a week ago now for Kenny's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was out there enough that I just turned into Kenny's stripper.
Hey, I've been on a few party buses with you too.
Yeah.
I remember
Were you-
those. Those were some of the first stories I ever heard about you.
Were you
Oh yes, that was how I kind of told him about you.
Yeah.
were you at the one that I like put my legs in the air and my
my
hands
gosh.
slipped and I landed on my
Yes,
shoulder?
yes, I was there. Yep. I'm pretty sure. Was that the Christmas one?
I want to say it was, but I can't really remember.
Well, I think we were all sweating
drank
because it
since
was
then.
because we were all
So-
wearing those ugly sweaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Oh, what a time. Yeah, all I remember was my hands slipping. Felt like I had a longer fall than it actually was. My right shoulder hit the ground, and all I said was, "Ah! Somebody get me a beer!
What were you doing on the damn stripper pole?
What do you think?
Take a guess."
Yeah. If you swing for the same team, that's all right. Oh, I'm just kidding.
You know I don't.
Yeah, I know. So obviously you've been around Beta for some time. Do you have a favorite few memories or any cool stories of anything specifically that stands out to you?
That we can actually. Put
Yeah,
on
I was
the
gonna say
about
that
to
you're allowed
say-
to tell.
There's one, but I know I can't say it. Were you at Family Weekend?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, that's from one of them. Well, I
you
guess
can tell me. I can cut it out. I
I
can't.
guess. Well, one of my favorite ones was meeting Ian's mom,
Remember.
but
I'll definitely cut that.
okay, one that we can actually talk about. I'd probably say outside of Wichita, one of my favorite Beta memories is going to conventions.
Oh, really?
I've been to 3 now because my brother Ryan told me that I need to come to the one in Atlanta. That was super fun. First time that I went to Hooters and
Oh.
there was a 9 on the security guard's hip. That was fun.
Oh,
Yeah. And then the Dallas one when Dr. P almost made me cry. Dr. P's a Kansas State Beta, graduated in 1963. Was a professor at Kansas State in like vet tech stuff for years and years. Very soft-spoken guy. Have learned a lot of life stories from him. And he talked about when him and his wife had to move into old folks community.
Yeah.
He said, "It's terrible. I'm surrounded by old people now." But I just remember a lot of things from that talk.
Yeah.
And we were in a room full of like, I think 600 plus betas.
dang.
And I knew that they were recording. And I'm right next to him. He's talking to everybody right here. And I'm listening to him, just trying not to cry because I know that I'm going to look like a little bitch on camera. But that's one of my favorite ones that is a good one.
Yeah.
Another one that's not so clean, I'd probably say Beta Watch.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun at the pregame.
Yeah.
They said don't get too drunk, so I had 9 beers at the pregame. And the bus there was fun. It was great. Then Aaron's fucking ass cut me off at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing. I don't think so. But
Probably good for everybody else.
but still a great time.
Yeah.
So
What about you? Your time around, do you have any memories that stand out to you at all? Other than me and Tanner and Manette sleeping in your bed with you?
Yeah.
oh, I have another story like that too. Doesn't involve Net though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that I can say.
Yeah.
Because
What about the
there's a
swimming-
few at the cabin, but
What about the
I
swimming
can't
pool
really talk.
Cabin
story?
trips.
yeah.
Can you tell us part of the swimming pool story?
Oh,
Swimming pool? Well,
I don't know if he can.
I can't. I was super tired. No, I can't say it because
You're an idiot.
I can't. We were
Yeah.
hanging out super late one time,
2
and
a.m. Hanging out Fairmount.
yes, we were actually. I'm gonna put the video because I still have the video.
Yeah.
We were hanging out. Yeah, at what was it, like 2 a.m. or something, and Cohen dared me. I don't know. It was a group of people. They were like, somebody should go jump in that pool, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, bet. And they didn't believe me, and so I hopped the fence and I walked right up and I fell in, and they didn't believe me until I did it.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be warm as fuck. What am I doing?
Fellas, jump in. Just jump in. Straight up jump in.
Get it, runs. Is it cold?
Oh, it's freezing.
Is it?
Oh, shit.
You don't say good in there. It's a little ice bath.
What time
Man.
was this? A warm time of year? Or
No, it was freezing outside.
No.
And I went home and I was exhausted and I fell asleep with my soaking wet suit and tie on.
I remember he walked through the doors soaking wet because I was up studying. And he walked through and I'm like, what'd you do, dumbass?
I went swimming at 2 a.m. in my
Yeah.
suit and tie. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite, I don't know if it's one of my favorite, but it's just funnier and shit. We had a Lamson function.
Just a
You
big
might have
hangout
been at
sesh.
that one. Huh?
Just a hangout sesh.
Yeah, hangout sesh. And we were all super tired. And Simon ended up he ended up sleeping on the couch, and that's where I was gonna sleep that night because my keys got lost. And
Well, and like it was also like a little sleepover too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like a bonding
yeah,
sleepover.
pillow fights and shit like that. And so I remember literally saying, "Fuck you, Simon. Took my bed. I'm gonna sleep in yours."
Oh yeah, Simon lived there, and he slept
Yeah.
on the couch.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a perfectly good bed, and he slept on the couch.
He literally had to walk through the door. So I don't remember, because I was just exhausted and asleep. He started yelling at me, and I was just so out that I just turned over. And he's like, "All
Just
right."
like your mom yelling at you to wake up
Yeah,
to go to
literally.
school.
Which he can't say shit. He slept for like 48 hours straight one time. Yeah, probably more. But
Jeez.
he was like yelling at me, and he's like, whatever. He just gets in with me, and he's like, Brett, give me some of the blanket.
I can see him
And again,
doing that.
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
He just woke up, or I woke up, and he was there, and I'm like, well, that's gay. And according to him, I like crawled in bed with him or whatever. No, that fucker fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And a few weeks ago at the field house, so they have touch tunes, a little break between songs. The break between songs, Simon said, "Yeah, that's the night that we slept together." And I'm like, "No, we didn't! No, we didn't!"
That's not how it happens.
Allegedly.
Oh,
God damn it, Simon.
that's hilarious. You know, I think. Okay, here's something. So, did you get pranked much whenever you lived?
Oh my God.
Not as much as everyone else, but a little bit, yeah.
What type of pranks would you get? Like how harmless were they? How peaceful were they?
They weren't anything crazy.
Not-
I went to my room one time and all of my stuff was piled up onto my bed to the roof one time. I think that's the craziest one that happened to me. I think.
I know he's gonna have the worst, but
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
night,
save me for last.
They
one
abused
night,
Brett over
one
there.
night,
Yeah, they abused the hell out of me.
one night, me and Connor went and plastic wrapped Luke's car closed,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
and we plastic wrapped his car closed. And I guess the next morning he had work, and he was already running behind. So then he walks out to that.
That's unfortunate.
I'm at work until 10. Get back to the house around probably like 10:30, 10:45. Go to open my door. My room had been barricaded shut from the inside with traffic, or like the traffic cone, and then like my dresser was moved in front of it. All my ceiling tiles were taken out of the ceiling, and they left through my window.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do have one that I'm not supposed to know, but somebody told me. Do you remember when I lost my keys?
Which time?
Okay, the time where I literally bought a $500 key and had it reinstalled because I legit thought I lost them.
I don't remember that shit.
Well, I found out that somebody actually hid them from me, and they were at work, and they found out that I had to buy like $500 and then have another crazy amount to have it installed, and they were pretty upset. Like, they were sad. Like, they felt bad. And that, so I spent
I would have crashed out.
$600.
Yeah, I would have crashed out. Nah. I would've
No, it
crashed
wasn't
out.
that. It was okay.
All right, so now the grand finale here.
Which story do you want? Or
No,
how
I don't
many
know. I
pranks
don't know.
Do you want
What do you
me
got?
to tell?
What do you got?
What's the worst one?
Okay, craziest
The
thing
half
that's
door.
okay. Hold on. I want to hear
What?
craziest thing that's happened to you and craziest thing you've done for a
Okay.
prank.
I don't know. There's a few like really good ones that have happened to me.
Yeah.
But one was, I was a freshman or sophomore in college, and these two guys in the house loved to prank people. And the whole house was pranking people at the time, but they specifically were just like the two ones, or the two at the time that were just doing all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. You and Anthony did put my bed up in the attic one time.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, we didn't.
No, it was what's his name? And Anthony.
Palmer?
No, no, it was you and what's his name?
Yeah, that one.
No, the guy that he
Bradley?
Bradley, yes.
Oh yeah, that
Yes,
was,
yes, yeah, because I was coming home like after baseball, or I was gone like for the weekend or something. I was exhausted. And I came home, went to go in my room and getting ready to flop on my bed, and it was just gone. It was just the bottom part of it. It's like, where the fuck did my bed go? And then you guys were gone. So
Yeah,
like
we
I asked everybody,
Was it
where
like
did my
a
bed
Friday
go?
night or something?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
we
I was
went
asking
to the bar.
Yes,
We said, "Fuck you."
I was asking everybody, where did my bed go? And they're like, I don't know. So I was like, what the fuck?
I got a story too. After you're done,
All
the
right.
Henry story. But yeah. Oh.
Not a
Yeah.
Henry story.
Yeah.
So I was still pretty young in the house when this happened, and I went to the bar and everything was fine. Like I was living in the room that you're living in now in the house, and everything was fine. These two guys took my door off again. It was like the second or third time that they did it, but this time they put on the house manager's closet door, which is about this big.
Yeah.
Oh, they just put it on the hinges.
Put it on the hinges, and you could like open and shut it, but there's about this much room.
So it's just like a little swing door.
Yeah. And that night, brought home a friend, and I was pissed.
Oh,
when I saw
okay.
that.
So you were coming home with this friend, and you just had realized when you guys got to the house that you had that half door. Dang,
They did it before they showed up, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
At that point, did you have the loft thing in your room? Okay. You still had some privacy.
Yeah, right. That night, Kyle said, "Would you guys get a room?" As he walked by.
I remember when they were kicking out that like little vent, like they kicked out the vent,
Oh,
and then
my
you
Fuck that night.
and then
God damn.
while you had somebody over,
Yeah, I did.
They completely destroyed the vent, and you ended up putting like a cardboard box up. Where it was.
Yeah.
His older, they would
I would have nailed
shoulder
that.
down. Just, oh,
Yeah, I would have nailed that some bitch too, but Cohen had my toolbox.
Oh,
that is hilarious.
there was something else me and Cohen were involved in. We were messing with you, and you never figured, like you didn't realize it was us. I can't remember what it was.
Then wasn't that good, or else he would have remembered.
It was. I don't know. It was pretty funny though. I can't remember what it was.
Craziest prank I pulled. And it wasn't even crazy. Was not even crazy at all. It was the reaction we got. That was insane. So we had Henry. He was living in the big room next to me, the room that's doubled. His roommate moved out, so it was just him. He was about to move into South, take over for the house manager. And one night, he's gone out, hanging out with some friends. And me, David, and Vince decide, hey, let's go mess with Henry's room while he's gone. And we didn't even do anything crazy. Like, I kid you not. Like, futon, all of us gently picked it up, put it upside down, put his mattress on the ground, then put the bed frame on top of it, moved some hangers, and went and hung them on the window. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess we ended up moving the futon after we came back, and we decided to like barricade the door from the outside with it. It's like just nothing too insane, right? And so we have Vince texting him like, dude, where you at? Like we gotta hang out soon. And he's like, I'm on my way back now. And then Vince was like, oh, well, I just left. I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. And so then we hear him get back. We go into my room. Walls are thin, so you can hear everything.
Yeah.
You hear everything.
Everything. And so then dude goes into his room, and I just hear, what the fuck? like I kid you not, like crash out is an understatement. That is a understatement. I would we locked the door, barricaded my door, turned the lights off, and we're hiding under my bed. We're so scared. Like I'm telling you, he's fuck with my room. Like just going
Is this the night that
shit.
he like
He woke up everybody.
really crashed
Finals
out?
week too. It was finals week. It was finals week, and he's freaking out. He goes to every door, banging on the door. Wake the fuck up! Everybody in this house is waking up till I figure out who fucked with my room. And he's just going crazy. And so then he goes to every room except for mine because I was never there that often. So I'm assuming he just assumed I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And we're in our room. I hear him banging on every door, going to every room. Then he walks away for a minute. We peek our head out. Everybody's huddled up out there, everybody. And you hear him screaming, like throwing everything,
Oh my
like
God.
flipping stuff. And so then everybody's like, shut the fuck up, like go to sleep. He's like, I know it was one of you guys. I know it was one of you. And so then Luke takes him to the cameras to go check the cameras, see who did it. And You can blatantly see it was us that walked into his room, and he couldn't figure out who it was.
What?
Oh my lord!
And
Was
so-
he tired?
Yeah, he was really
Okay.
tired, and he couldn't figure out who it was.
Oh my god.
And so then he's freaking out, not letting anybody go to sleep, and we're just in our room, kind of like just like. We didn't even do nothing crazy, you know?
You like feel bad,
And-
but at
yeah,
the same
I
time
like
you're
feel
like,
bad.
wait, we didn't do anything.
And what we were thinking about doing originally, because he was supposed to be moving to South, and so we
Uh-huh.
were thinking about taking all this stuff and throwing it in the new room he was going to. You know, just a little helping hand.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, didn't they do that to Dylan?
Yeah, they
Dylan
moved to
was
the
in
attic.
Spain?
Yeah,
all
they
this
moved
stuff
to the
was in
attic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
when he got back from Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He ended up staying up there because he didn't want to move everything back
Yeah.
there.
He also had a friend over that night. So.
And yeah, and so he just crashed out, and then I never addressed it to him, but I go and look in his room the next day because his lock doesn't lock. After he left for work, I go and look, and like it was nothing compared to what we did. That room got trashed out of anger, and I like.
Oh, wait, he
felt-
destroyed
yeah,
it.
Destroyed the
Oh
room.
my god.
And I like
Weird
felt
shit.
bad about it. I felt bad, but it was like I can't. Like we didn't even do nothing
Yeah.
too crazy. Like my room got barricaded shut. My ceiling tiles all got taken
Yeah, they
out.
like
And-
destroyed your.
Yeah, and I was like, damn. And like that's the thing is like whenever I get pranked, as long as like I've heard about like people's inside of their rooms getting egged,
Yeah.
I would crash out about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now my ceiling tiles getting pulled out, that's okay. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny.
As long
I
as
get
they
it.
don't like destroy something of mine,
Yeah.
I'm cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Biggest crash out when it comes to pranks is Luke, Connor, and Henry now. Yeah.
Yeah. The best prank that I've done was so I went to Pump House one night and with Bradley, and I got pretty tired, and somebody just gave me a fucking rubber fetus.
What? A rubber fetus?
Yeah, I don't remember it. It's on my coffee table in the morning.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna mess with somebody. Put it in Kyle Long's bed when he was living in Henrysville.
Yeah.
Because again, door doesn't lock.
Mm.
I put it like right in the middle, so when he throws it, like his cover's over, it's not gonna
just-
show.
Yeah.
But he felt it. Like he
Oh.
climbed in bed, felt it, and it was pitch black. He got on his phone. It was just the fetus.
Oh.
What in the world?
He said that it freaked him the fuck out. And he was,
That's just such a weird thing.
so
to find in your
random.
bed.
Yeah.
yeah, it scared the shit out of him. Made me super happy. And that night that he found it, I was asleep already, and he's sending in the chat, full all caps, "Who in the fuck put a goddamn rubber fetus in my bed? If I find out who did it, I'm gonna fucking kill you." Da, 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 da.
That's like a Henry crash out. Maybe it's just that room.
It
Maybe it's
was-
just that room equals crash out.
When I read it in the morning, I was dying, dude. And I like waited a few days, waited for him to cool down. I told him, and he's like, "You motherfucker! Of course you did."
That's crazy. No, dude, we're over here trying to promote Greek life, and we're talking about pranks. Like,
Hey, pranks are
Hey, they're
friendly and
fun, yeah.
fun
no, they are. They are. That was
most of the time.
that was one of the reasons why I wanted to move in so bad was because like that's just fun. Like you don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
to do that. You don't get to do those things casually. Which we've slowly gone away from doing all that, honestly. But
Wonder why.
because I live in the house now. No, I got fucked with so much whenever I moved in. Like, and it was always little stuff. One time, I was in there asleep, and actually, no, I wasn't even there. But my car was there. Actually, no, I wasn't there at all. I was at work, and they thought I was there for some reason. I think this was a situation. And they open my door, and they have a dustpan full of change, and they just throw it on my bed because my TV was on, so they thought I was in there. So it was just like little harmless stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then they realized I wasn't in there, so they like ripped all my blankets off my bed, but like nothing crazy, you know.
Well, I will say, I think you can agree with this, is North definitely did a lot more than South.
Oh yeah.
Because I never lived in North.
Yeah.
I lived in South.
See, it's
so we didn't-
reversed now. It's reversed now.
Really?
Yeah.
I've lived in both twice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's reversed now. South is the because it's like you got Connor over there, you got Dylan,
Connor, Dylan,
Tanner Manette.
Tanner Manette.
You got Joe over there. He doesn't do a whole lot now, but
Yeah.
Logan Haggard's over there. He doesn't do a whole lot. You got David over there before David.
We got David over there. Yeah.
Aaron.
Come back.
Yeah. Yeah. We're supposed to be getting him on here soon about powerlifting.
Sweet.
So
Hell
that'd
yeah.
be cool. But yeah, no. So it was. That house now is a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
Damn, somebody's going. I don't know if that was a TV or my sister.
Wait, what?
I hear talking all the way from down here, from upstairs. I was like, damn. I think it was my sister. I don't know, but very loud talker. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think living in has been, for how affordable it is. It's like you're not competing with that anywhere
Oh, yeah.
else. Like with my dues, I pay $405 a month. Like you're not paying that anywhere for a
No.
place to live, you know. And that's with utilities, all that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
which that was another big part of doing Betas, because how affordable it was, and that living in option was super
Mhm.
cheap too. And it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Damn, you got me wanting to prank somebody now.
Not
Me too. I'm kind of itching for it.
Yeah. One time, here's another just little side story. Me and Ethan Maines, my roommate, we printed out the meme of the big black dude naked. You know what I'm talking about? Schlong
You the
out.
fuckers that put that on the toilet.
Yeah. And so then we printed out a whole bunch of them, and we put one on the ceiling of the shower. And so it's like anytime you look up when you're taking a shower, it's just a giant black naked dude
Whoa.
slang out.
Oh.
And then we
I
put
remember-
Gavin's face out and put Gavin's face on it, and then went to his house and put it on the
I was
door.
gonna say
Yeah.
I went home because I got into the wreck,
Yeah.
and I went home to get some more clothing, and it was like dark outside, and I was looking down at my phone, and then like I was getting ready to unlock the door, and there's just this big black guy with his thing sticking out right in my face with Gavin's face. Like, what the fuck is going on in our house? I was so
Lord.
confused.
I think one of the best ones that I've heard was from guys who were seniors when I was a freshman. They went to what's Pierce's house now, and put a mailbox in somebody's backyard. That was Trump 2020. And this guy is super democratic. So you saw it. You can imagine how the
Yeah.
crash out was on
Yeah.
that.
That is insane.
That's funny.
Goodness
I'm pretty
gracious.
sure they concreted it too.
Oh,
But
holy!
it's been a
crap.
few years. So,
Yeah. Damn. That is hilarious, though.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Twice the other video. Yeah, when Garrett gets back, we'll probably wrap it up because I don't want the phones dying, because if they die, then it'll mess up the upload. So
It's fair. Might have to do part 2.
we're at 1 minute and 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Damn.
Usually we'll get to like 50 minutes and be like, damn, we're recording for a while.
Yeah.
We're past an hour.
Like I said before we hopped on here, we can talk in circles. So,
Yeah, I agree with that. We should do that all the time, like just in the kitchen.
no, literally, it'd be like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And we'd just be talking in the
Brett
kitchen.
and I would be having like life talks about like
trying to
just
solve
our life.
cancer and shit.
Yeah, just at like 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And then Brett would be like, all right, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right, see ya.
No, yeah. See, that's South gets a lot more action like that because there's a lot more people there's a lot more people around up there. Whereas
Yeah.
in North now, at least, it's a lot more people that stay in their room, just kind of
Yeah.
hang out. I mean, you got guys like Todd will watch TV every now and then, but like
Yeah.
North, you have a lot more, or South, you have a lot more people out and about.
Yeah.
It seems like sometimes.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
That's also like centralized place too.
Yeah.
South,
Like
yeah.
South houses.
That's where, yeah.
More less than North.
Yeah.
So
Like I'm telling you, anytime if I'm just like bored looking for somebody, I'll walk over to South. And,
Yeah.
Like I'll see him there all the time whenever I'm just happen to walk over see what's
Yeah.
going on. But no,
Yeah.
it is nice to always have something to do or somebody to be with.
Yeah.
If you want to, because like dude, I got scheduled off work 3 days in a row, and it's like at some point I'm not trying to do homework for 3 days in a
Yeah.
row,
Yeah.
and it's like my girlfriend's busy,
Mm-hmm.
like I can't make plans on the fly. Typically,
Yeah.
like all my friends work jobs, whatever. All I gotta do is go walk in the other house. And it's
Well,
like
that
there's
was the
somebody
thing.
there.
Like Lyndon and Joe and sometimes Ethan and Cohen. Like sometimes we just go on random side quests.
Yeah.
Like on Saturday or Sunday, if we're not doing anything, we'd just be like, "Hey, let's go to the mall or something."
Yeah.
Always have something to do.
Yeah. No, and it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
tonight they went to go see the new Captain America movie, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
they still got random stuff
Yeah.
going like that.
Yep.
but-
One of the things that we've gotten away from my sophomore year, Ethan and I would be doing study hours together on like Tuesday night or whatever, and he would bring his speaker in, and we'd just be jamming for hours,
Damn.
not doing a lick of homework, but so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was one time, Ethan and Cohen were going to a concert. It was like a punk rock concert, and they were like, "We have an extra ticket. You want to go?" And I was like, "Bet." I wasn't planning on going to a punk rock concert. I don't even listen to punk rock.
Yeah, I remember you
I
telling me
was
about
just
that
like-
after. Yeah.
I went, and it was actually pretty cool. I ended up listening to their music too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ethan Larson took me to my first.
Well, that's what I'm
pop.
talking about, Ethan Larson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was way back in the day when I was freshman, sophomore.
Yeah.
That's the night that Garrett Clark said, "Brett, how are you better at talking to women than you are recruits?" Like, what the fuck, man? Women over recruits. Think about it,
You got your
Garrett.
priorities wrong.
I don't think I did. Still don't.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. No, that is funny.
All right. We're ready to wrap it up.
All right. Well,
If we keep talking, we'll go all night.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
seriously. Well, I guess if you guys don't have any final little things you want to add on, I mean, I was going to give you crap
Yeah.
about being a Nebraska fan, but
Go Big Red. Bleed it till I die.
never.
Patrick
have a
Mahomes
national
copycat
championship.
over there.
Yeah, right. The closest thing you guys are getting to good. You got Patrick Mahomes is like crossbred little whatever the hell he is. Like,
Crossbred. Wow. From Derby, right? Nah. I hope the team will be good next year. We'll see how we are.
Yeah.
I mean, looks like we have a good transfer portal class.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
You
I'm
guys
not
were
gonna
showing a
believe
little
it
spark
until-
last year.
yeah. I'm not going to believe anything till next August.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming on. I'm
course.
glad we finally got you on. I mean, talked about it for 2 months now at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Finally made it come through. So.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
having me on.
No,
it was
I
fun.
appreciate your time. Yeah, we'll
Oh, yeah.
definitely get you on here soon because, as we saw, we could just talk for hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well,
You wanna tag your Instagram or anything, or
Bro, I don't post on Instagram.
I'm just giving you the offer.
I have like one post from like.
if
You
you're
wanna-
looking,
you wanna- oh,
looking
never
for
mind.
somebody in real estate, reach out right
Yeah.
here.
I was gonna say your Snapchat, but you got a girlfriend now.
Yeah,
So.
I do. Look at me
Never
go.
mind. Yeah.
Finally.
Never thought this day would come while I was still in college.
No.
All right. Well, I think we'll cut it out there.
Yep.
What a way to end.